So hello everyone again. We're looking at more Daemon X Machina stuff. Today it's screenshots, or rather now it's screenshots that I've found online, so let's go through them one by one. They'll be a bit pixelated because I've blown them up quite huge, so first off, good shot here. We've got a hangar, we've got characters, we've got what looks like mechanics here. We've got the main unit in the background. We've got what looks like someone stirring up from a catwalk here. We've got what looks like a giant logo or flag draped over the wall that says Orbital. And of course we've got what looks like the player's character here in quite nice detail, to be honest. I like the suit. It seems kind of practical rather than the whole like overly done sci-fi thing that you see normally. We've got some emissive lights here and there, but overall it's fairly standard. Then we've got a screenshot of the boss again from the demo, or at least it looks like one of the shots from the demo that was shown off. We've got the same mech that was shown off shooting its what looks like an assault rifle, and then it's this giant four-legged mech that looks like it has a giant cannon in the center and then multiple guns on missile launchers with a couple of drones here and there. Looks really cool. Then we've got the same shot, but we've got ground boosting here. You can see the small cartoony smoke coming off the bottom of the robot. Same with the what can only be described as kind of looking like an arms fort, like Motherwell, with the drones yet again. And the moon is in the background. We can't quite see it here at the moment. Then we've got another boss. I think this is it looks like a giant snake boss. At this point, I don't know whether that's the sun or the moon, but that's intact. That's a key point for later on. Then we've got this giant boss. Kind of reminds me of the last boss in Dead Space with the way that it's designed here. But it looks like it's a giant drill or something, like drill snake. I don't know whether this is the lighting or not, but the mech seems to be coloured slightly differently. I think that's because of the lighting. I do like the way it's got a lot of simplistic colours to it, and the way that the colour separation is. Looks really neat. Then, of course, we've got some Macross missile spam, and the key thing to look at in the background here is the moon has been destroyed. Or at least it looks like the moon. I don't know whether that's part of the story or not, but we see all these missiles flying out. They're obviously going to take on these helicopters and blow them up. Now we've got a really cool action pose here that shows off the really cartoony effects. I don't know whether it's just me, but I am really liking this. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Wind Waker, the way that they've done it, or like some of Suda51's games that look really stylized but cool at the same time. Seems to be going heavy in terms of action, fast-paced gameplay, and making the player look and feel cool, so there's that sense of empowerment. Then we've got the giant mech from the demo, seemingly looming over a wall. That kind of reminds me of Attack on Titan a little bit, with the Colossal Titan. But as you can see again here, just a little bit clearer, we can see all the foliage on it, showing that it is one ancient mech. They've got another cool pose that looks very similar to the other pose. There are bits of the mech's armor that are open here. I don't know whether that's important or not at the moment. Again, we've got the moon in the background that's destroyed. You can see the giant mech in the background, possibly either defeated or chasing. I'm not entirely sure on what looks like buildings surrounding. Then we've got what just looks like general open world gameplay. You can see a better shot of the moon without the red sky there. We've got what looks like some sort of sensor array above, or I'm not entirely sure, just some floating things with wires and some crystals popping out the ground. We've got some foliage in between some trees. It reminds me of Nier Automata at the moment for the way that it's done. And we've got what looks like an overbooster feature here, or just the ability to free boost around places in the air. We've got what looks like a very, very big homage to a Mega Boost here. It's probably unintentional, but again, on the legs we can see those sort of energy vents. We've also got what looks like the hexagonal shield setup on the shoulders. That just reminds me of Omega Boost, that. Then we've got a bit more close-up shot of the mech hangar. I love the way this looks at the moment. That looks like, compared to the people, it doesn't look like a very tall mech. So that's pretty cool. I think that's what looks like a gun rack in the background, and up here I'm not entirely sure. it could be part of the scenery, it's hard to tell. And then we've got a shot from the back, again showing the character. And then that's it. So yeah, those are more screenshots or images out at the moment of Daemon X Machina. I hope you enjoyed, and I can't wait to get more into detail with this as more is released. So stay tuned.